children's health care. This has got to be stopped. But I go back to where we started, and this was no set-up question. I'm not even talking about health care. Job creators in this country, folks. Job creators tell us Obamacare is what's keeping them from hiring. Will we please listen to them, or are we not going to? We're going to listen to our politicians. Listen to the people who make this country go. The small businesses in Addison and Bloomingdale and Schaumburg and Palatine and Elk Grove. Listen to them. I'm so sick of the most frustrating part about working in Washington is everybody who works there thinks they're the smartest people in the world. And oh, by the way, they also think it's their money. They play with your money like Monopoly money. They can raise your taxes so easily because it's not your money. That's what they think. We need to change this. We need to change this. Other thoughts, issues, questions. Order something. Hey, make sure they're eating. They're not supposed to ask me a question unless they eat. All right.
Jenny is the best waitress we ever on Sundays.
Everybody, give it up for her. Yo, wait, let's go right here.
What's your thinking on the restrictions or non-restrictions on unemployment?
Here's my problem. And you know me, I get in trouble because I just tell you what I believe. So we got to a point in this country where we made unemployment insurance a 99 weeks. 2 years, almost, yeah. Thank you. We just gave you a big round. Unemployment insurance in this country has become almost a permanent handout, almost a permanent fixture. Where it used to be 26 weeks, a temporary boost for people who needed a temporary boost, like everything else government does, it became permanent. Like everything else government does, it grew. And so it's gotten to a point now, and you know, and I know, and you know, and you know, and you know, and politicians know this, they're afraid to say it. A lot of people will stay on unemployment instead of getting that job down the street. We, in many ways, we disincentivize people to work. 99 weeks, it shouldn't be that long.
What would you do?
Cut it back. Cut it back. And maybe put some restrictions on it. If you want unemployment insurance, you've got to go to some job training. You've got to get your GED. You got to get a high school degree. You got to do something. You can't spend it on certain things.
It used to be you had to go out looking for a job.
You've got to prove you're looking for a job. Republicans 3 months ago passed a bill moving unemployment insurance back to 79 weeks. It still shouldn't be that long. Tammy Duckworth, who's filming every word I say, will use that against me. It still shouldn't be that long, and you should have to prove you're looking for work, not just a blank check. Do you know how silly life has become? Food stamps. So we passed a bill in the House a few months ago that says that food stamp money you're getting, you can't use it to go to strip clubs or casinos. Doesn't that sort of make sense? But we had to literally pass a bill in the House that said that. Of course, Harry Reid in the Senate didn't take it up. How crazy is this? So yes, Obama always talks about fairness. Fairness. You know what's fair? I want to reward the guy who's unemployed, who's out there every day humping to find a work. I want my government to reward the woman that won't take unemployment and she's taking a second or a third job to keep that house. I don't want to reward somebody who's sitting on their butt and they're taking advantage of unemployment insurance. I don't want to, that's not fair. I don't want, what's fair? I don't want to reward somebody who's just taking a food stamp check every week and they're going to the casino down the street. That's not fair. What's fair in this country is to reward hard work. I haven't had breakfast yet. I've had too much coffee. So I get a little wound up. Because Democrats love to throw this at us. Those big, mean Republicans. You know what's fair? What's fair is to give you the opportunity to make something of your life. And then you know what? Go do it. Go do it. Democrats don't think that way. To them, fairness is everybody should have the same job. Everybody should get this. Everybody should get that. No, you know what? That's not fair. This is the freest country in the world because you're given God-given opportunities. What you do with that opportunity is up to you. And if I want my government doing anything, I want my government rewarding the man or the woman that's going to go out there and bust their hump to make something of their lives. Not people who are going to sit on their butts. We have too many. We have rewarded too much of that. I mean, just think about this. This one kills me. Then I'll be done with my rant. So at the Democratic Convention, Wednesday night, their first primetime speaker was Sandra Fluke, whatever her name is. Think about this. A 30, 31, 32-year-old law student who's been a student for life, who gets up there in front of a national audience and tells the American people, I want America to pay for my contraceptives. You're kidding me. Go get a job. Go get a job, Sandra Fluke. This is what... I was offended. We've got Americans who are struggling. We've got parents in this country who are struggling to buy sneakers that their kids can wear to school that just started. We've got parents up and down my district who are barely keeping their house. And we have to be confronted by a woman. The Democratic Party, this is what they stand for. They're going to put a woman in front of us who's complaining that the country, you, me, and you, won't pay the $9 a month to pay for her contraceptives. How crazy is this? And it's not, in a way, it's not her fault, because we teach people this stuff. You go back to fairness. We teach young people this. Don't worry, government will take care of you. You're having trouble with your student loans? Don't worry, government will be there for you. We are raising these Sandra Flukes of the world. We're raising Americans who don't know how to take care of themselves, who feel entitled. This is a woman who feels entitled that we all should pay for her contraceptives. This is what we're teaching Americans? That was embarrassing. That was embarrassing. I want what's fair is that you are given the opportunity to make something in your life, and your government shouldn't get in the way. And your government certainly shouldn't reward people who don't work hard. So if you're on unemployment insurance, it's a temporary help. But by golly, you better be showing us that you're trying to get a job.
I have a question.
Yes, sir.
Why in Illinois is it always assumed that the Democrats are going to win? Why is it that we have to listen to Chicago to control the rest of the states?
Have a great day. Is it always assumed what?
That Chicago can persuade the whole state of Illinois to vote one way. I mean, just because there's 5 million or 4 million people living in Chicago who are under a hypnosis, trying to figure out that the only way they can keep a job is to vote for a Democrat. What's wrong with the American people voting their conscience and saying, listen, we're not here just to vote for one party. We're here to make America strong, make America the way it was.
You're right, but I got to stop you. I got to stop you. I love you. And Mr. Army Guy, thank you for your service. Look, this is why I've said this is the most important election in our country's history. Because you've got one party, the Democratic Party right now, from Obama to Duckworth, that is trying every single day of this campaign to get more and more people dependent upon government. More and more people dependent upon government. What do we say? We say, oh my gosh, that's not what I want. I want to get back to that funny notion this country was founded upon. You're free to live your life, raise your family, start a business. Government's only going to take a little bit from you. God started, you're free and you're responsible for your own life. And government is only there to help the truly needy. Now we live in a country where we've asked government to take care of all of us. And so now we live in a country where half of us don't pay federal income taxes. Now we live in a country where 45 million Americans are on food stamps. And by the way, that makes Obama and Duckworth and everybody feel real good. That's really great. That's not really great. That's sad. 11 million Americans are on Social Security disability. That's not great. That's not a good thing. A good thing is we're working out there. We're working. This is why this election is so important. The one right thing Obama said the other night is this election is a choice between two visions. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. My vision, our vision, is the vision this country was founded upon. You make $1, that money's yours. That money's not the government's money. We all believe in government to a degree, but the government should only take a real little bit. What's wrong with simple flat tax? Why doesn't every American fill out their taxes on a postcard this size? 15%, pick your number. Everybody. I don't care whether you're wealthy, middle class, whatever you are. I want you all to keep more of your own money. I wish Mitt Romney talked that way. I want us all to be wealthy. I want to be proud. I want us all to be successful. But that's not going to happen unless we let every American keep more of what they earn. But that's not a Democratic vision. That's not Obama vision, the Obama vision. When Obama said a couple months ago, guys, and we all chuckled, you didn't build that, you didn't build that business, that shouldn't have been surprising to anybody. It's what he believes. Hallelujah that he said it. Hallelujah that he said it. That's not what I believe. That's not what we believe. You built that business. The owner of this restaurant built this restaurant.
Is Tammy unqualified to endorse the Democratic platform?
Hook, line, sinker, everything. Not only that, she remember when, before the Democratic convention a week ago, Democrats were asked the question, are Americans better off than they were 4 years ago? And at first their answer was, blah, 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 blah. They didn't know how to answer it. And then they came out a day later and said, yeah, we're better off. So Tammy Duckworth was asked point blank on the radio, the Don and Roma show on Friday, Miss Duckworth, are we better off than we were 4 years ago? She said yes. I was stunned. Stunned. Median household income is down. More Americans in this district are losing their homes right now. We are $6 trillion more in debt as a nation. 19% of Americans are unemployed. My God, we're not better off. We would be better off if we got this thing called government off of our backs and we could do what we do best. But yes, Obama wants the Bush tax rates to expire for everybody who makes a couple $100,000 or more. Duckworth's right there with them. Tammy Duckworth has said, I love this one, Obamacare didn't go far enough. She believes in single payer, government-run health care. Look, the Democrats in Washington drew a district to elect Tammy Duckworth. She will vote as they tell her to vote. And that's the beautiful thing. This election is purely about the issues. You're hogging the floor, but I like it.
I want to tell you one thing. When President Obama said that he killed Osama bin Laden, he didn't take, he's not really the one who did that. President Bush was the one that really did that, because if it wasn't for him, they would have never found him. He's the one that started all the right ways of getting ahead, of getting information. Not Mr. Obama. I mean, Obama.